Hi, Ron Vaccaro here. Welcome you to the first in a series of weekly netcasts taking a look at the week ahead in Yale Athletics and a bit of a look back at what happened last week on the Yale sports scene. We'll start with crew. Men's heavyweight, men's lightweight, and women's crew are all at the head of the Charles this weekend, and all three are coming off big performances last weekend at the head of the Housatonic. The men's heavyweight crew won the men's collegiate 8. The lightweight crew took the top 2 spots in the open pairs, and the women swept the top 3 spots in the women's collegiate division in 8s. In men's and women's cross country, they were off last week, and they're at the Penn State Invitational on Friday. In field hockey, under the direction of head coach Pam Stuper, the team is 6-5 overall, 2-1 in the Ivy League, just one game back of first place Princeton. They host Dartmouth on Saturday and Fairfield on Sunday. The Yale football team had a big 38-7 defeat of Dartmouth last weekend at the Yale Bowl, the first home win for head coach Tom Williams, and is at Lehigh this Saturday at 12:30 kickoff. Coverage on Newstalk 960 WELI and 960WELI.com with Carm Koza and myself covering all the action. Final non-league game of the year for the Bulldogs. A big performance from Brook Hart, the quarterback, 390 yards passing last week. Men's golf last weekend was third at the Big Five Invitational and was the top Ivy League school in competition. And the women's golf team was off last weekend and is at the Lehigh Invitational Saturday and Sunday. Yale's Coed Sailing team is ranked number 1 in the country, and last weekend had a big performance from senior captain Thomas Barrows, a 2008 Beijing Olympian from the Virgin Islands. Barrows won the men's New England single-handed championship. Up next, this weekend, 4 regattas, Saturday and Sunday. The women's sailing team is number 5 in the country. Last weekend, they won the Navy Intersectional, which was Yale's strongest double-handed showing of the season. And up next, they host the Yale Women's Intersectional Saturday and Sunday. Big doubleheader out at Reese Stadium in soccer this Saturday. The women host Cornell at 4 p.m. The men host the Big Red at 7 p.m. Last week, the women beat CCSU and Dartmouth, and the men had a big road win at BC, 2-1 last Tuesday. In tennis, both the Yale men and women are getting set for the ITA regionals at the end of October, and on the women's side, those regionals are hosted right here at Yale at the Coleman-Hayman Tennis Center. For much more on tennis, check out my interview with men's coach Alex Dorado and women's coach Danielle Lund-McNamara, located right here on YaleBulldogs.com. In volleyball, the weekend got off to a festive start as Kelly Azurovich was honored for her 1,000th career dig, and the Yale team swept Princeton 3-0 on Friday night before losing a heartbreaker to Penn in 5, 3-2. This weekend at Cornell on Friday night, at Columbia on Saturday. That's a spin around the Yale sports scene. For all the information, keep it right here at YaleBulldogs.com for live stats, video streaming, netcast interviews, and so much more. YaleBulldogs.com. For now, I'm Ron Vaccaro. Join us next week.